Tranquilos, ni un partido.
Ya con
Echar
todos
un
los
partido.
ánimos para la clase.
Welcome back,
Más
welcome
cuando uno
back.
quiere dormir.
Hello,
Está
Nicolas.
bien el teacher.
Hello,
Hello,
Larissa.
teacher.
Hi,
Hello,
teacher.
Eric.
How are you?
Hello,
Hola,
René.
teacher.
Hello, hello,
Welcome,
teacher.
welcome everybody. Good evening. Bienvenidos a todos. ¿Cómo
Thank
están?
you.
¿Cómo están?
Very good.
¿Están
Very
listos?
good.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
All right. ¿Quién me puede decir qué se acuerdan de lo que estuvimos viendo al día de ayer?
Adverbios of frequency.
Adverbs of frequency. That's right.
Adverbs of
That is
frequency.
correct. Adverbs of frequency is correct. Can you give me some examples?
For example, I always eat breakfast.
Excellent. I always eat breakfast. Okay. So today we're going to go ahead and move on, and we're going to be looking at the next activity. Okay, we're going to be moving on, and I would like for us to look at the next section.
Number 14.
That's right. The next section is coming from here, right here. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next activity. We already finished activity number 4.6. Give
6.
Bueno, no sé qué cosa dice. Hola. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Yo creí que se había trabado
No.
mi teléfono.
Is-
Yo no vi movimiento.
There.
All right, all right. Thank you back. Welcome back, welcome back. All right, so in yesterday's class, we were practicing this information right here. We were looking at fish for breakfast, talking about do you ever. We were looking at the recording, okay. Veo que casi todos se grabaron acá. All right, so we're going to be moving on. Yesterday, we were looking at adverbs of frequency. ¿Cuáles son los adverbs of frequency que se acuerdan de la clase de ayer?
Always.
Always.
Usually.
Usually.
Often.
Often. Sometimes.
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 Hardly ever.
¿Cuál era la excepción con el sometimes? ¿Quién me puede decir cuál era la excepción con el sometimes?
The ubication.
That's right. ¿Cuál es la excepción del sometimes?
For example, one example. I always eat breakfast Sometimes I sometimes eat breakfast. Sometimes I eat breakfast, or I eat breakfast sometimes. The ubication of sometimes in the sentence is in the first position and the middle position and finish position.
Perfect. Very good, Nicolás. That is correct, Nicolás. Solo tengo una observación. La palabra
Yes.
ubication no se usa en inglés. Se dice
Bien.
location, location,
Location.
location. Lo voy a escribir aquí en el chat. Location. Ok, puedes decir the location of sometimes. The, bueno, en este caso, como no es local de un lugar, sino que es posición de una palabra, vamos a decir the position. The
Position. Okay.
position of sometimes. Ok, no vamos a decir ubication, esa palabra no la usamos. The position of sometimes.
Okay.
All right, let's
Of
move.
sometimes.
Ok, so ya veo que la mayoría ya hicieron sus oraciones. I always practice soccer in the university. I sometimes work at night. Aquí no vamos a decir in the night. Vamos a decir at night.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. And we're going to be looking at knowledge check.
At
Knowledge,
night.
knowledge check. Vamos a ver. Así, okay, we're going to continue with the next
At night.
activity at night. All right, now for the next activity, we're going to be looking at the following information, which is coming from section 4.9, knowledge check. Instructions, unscramble the sentences, write each sentence in the correct order. Instrucciones, descifre las oraciones, escriba cada oración en la orden correcta. For example, tenemos I, sujeto, have breakfast, verbo y breakfast, el complemento. On never weekends. So, la oración se lee, I never have breakfast on weekends. Okay, so la número uno, work, I, snacks, eat, at, hardly ever. So, ahí sería, I hardly
Hardly ever
ever
eat
eat
snacks.
snacks at work. All right,
Okay.
tienen 10 minutos para completar bueno, son dos oraciones, tienen 5 minutos. Empezando desde ya.
Easy number 4.9.
That is correct. Section number 4.9, knowledge check.
Knowledge check.
All right. ¿Quién puede hacer la siguiente? La número 2. ¿Quién la puede hacer? La número 2.
Yo, teacher.
Eric.
I sometimes eat pasta for dinner.
I sometimes eat pasta for dinner. Excellent. All right. Número 2. ¿Quién puede? Perdón, número 3. ¿Quién la puede hacer? Número 3.
Yo, teacher.
All right, Larissa.
I often have dinner with my family.
I often
No, I often
have dinner
dinner with
with
my family.
my family. Okay, vamos a ver. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Number 1, repeat. I hardly ever eat snacks.
I hardly ever eat snacks.
I sometimes eat pasta for breakfast.
I
For dinner.
sometimes
For dinner.
I sometimes eat pasta for dinner.
I often have dinner with my family.
I
I
often have
often have
dinner
dinner
with
with
my
my
family.
family.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next activity, and we're going to be looking at section number 4.10, referring to the lesson objective. By the end of this class, you will read and discuss an article about special foods, develop skills in scanning and reading for details. Al final de esta clase, leerán y discutirán un artículo sobre alimentos especiales. También desarrollarán destrezas en la lectura para la detección de los detalles. I'm going to put everybody on silent so that we can listen, please.
Hi everyone, in this class you'll read an article about special foods. You will also develop skills in scanning and reading for details.
On New Year's Day, many people eat special foods for good luck in the new year. Some Chinese people eat tangerines. Tangerines are round. Round foods end and begin again, like years. It is a Jewish custom to eat apples with honey for a sweet new year. Greeks eat vasilopita, bread with a coin inside. Everyone tries to find the coin for luck and money in the new year. In Spain and some Latin American countries, people eat 12 grapes at midnight on New Year's Eve. 1 grape for good luck in each month of the new year. On New Year's Day in Japan, people eat mochi, rice cakes, for strength in the new year. Some Americans from southern states eat black-eyed peas and rice with collard greens. The black-eyed peas are like coins, and the greens are like dollars.
All right. Lo que vamos a hacer con esta actividad es que se van a grabar en el Vocaroo leyendo el artículo, todos los artículos. En total son 1, 2, 3,
Everyone
4,
tries to
5,
find the
6.
coin for
Va a
luck.
leer los 6 artículos y se va a grabar y después los va. Ok, Eric Cuellar ya lo hizo. Excelente, Eric. Gracias. Los que no lo han hecho, tenemos 10 minutos para hacerlo en este momento, empezando ya. Right, you have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Let me have one volunteer, please. One volunteer, please. Un voluntario. Un voluntario. Ok, Nicolás levantó la mano. Nicolás, quiero que me lea la primera. Some Chinese people. Lo quiero escuchar.
Hay algo que está tapando la lectura, teacher. Okay. Some Chinese people eat tangerines. Tangerines are round foods, and begin again like years.
Perfect. That is correct. Select somebody, Nicolás.
Select Larissa.
All right, Larissa, lea la segunda.
Okay. It is a Jewish custom to eat apples with honey for a new... Ay, que no veo bien.
For a
Sorry.
new year.
For a new year.
That's right.
For a sweet new year.
For a
Que está bien
sweet
chiquito.
Okay.
Okay, again. It is a Jewish custom to eat apples with honey for a sweet new year.
That's right. Thank you, Larissa. Select somebody so that we can read the next one.
Miguel Flores.
All right, Miguel Flores, continue.
They grease it with a coin inside. Everyone tries to find the coin for luck and money and the new year.
Excellent. The coin, the the coin for luck. The pronunciation is
Luck.
luck.
Ah,
Se
okay.
escribe con U, pero se pronuncia como A, luck.
Luck.
All right,
Okay,
Miguel Flores, select somebody.
Wow. Excuse me. René Contreras.
All right, René Contreras. Continue, please, in Spain.
In Spain and some Latin American countries, people eat 12 grapes at midnight on New Year. Everyone grab for good luck in each month of the new year.
Excellent. Solo una observación. La palabra e,
Ever
New Year's Eve. New
Eve,
Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Okay.
Y de allí la palabra uvas. Repeat, grapes.
Grape,
Grapes.
grapes.
All
Okay.
right, that's it. Okay, thank you, Renette. Select somebody, please.
Um, Eric Cuellar. Yes, tú.
Eric Cuellar. No, Eric Cuellar hizo la primera. Ah, no, Nicolás hizo la primera. Ok, Eric Cuellar, la que sigue, por favor.
Okay. On New Year's Day, no, on New Year's Day in Japan, people eat mochi, rice, cakes, for strength in the new year.
Excellent. Eric, select the next person for the last one.
Carlos Carvajal.
Okay, Carlos Carvajal. Continue, the last one. Carlos Carvajal.
Okay. It's some American, yeah.
Some Americans.
Some American from southern states eat black egg, peas, and rice with color greens. The black peas are like coins, and the
Green
green
are
the photo está cortado.
like dollars.
Okay, es que estaba cortada la foto.
Okay. All right. Good job, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and move on. I hope everybody already finished the activity, and I hope that everybody put it on the platform. ¿Ya lo subieron a la plataforma todos? Sí.
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go on, and we're looking at knowledge check. 4.12 knowledge check, multiple choice. Instructions. Read the article, then select the word that completes each sentence correctly. Instrucciones. Lea el artículo. Luego seleccione la palabra que completa correctamente cada oración. Ready, go. You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Starting now. Starting now. All right, you have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. ¿Alguna pregunta o consulta acerca del tema? No, ok. René Contreras, quiero que me responda la primera, por favor. Some Chinese people. René Contreras, number 1, please.
Hello.
Hello, René. Number 1, please.
Ese es de la 4 punto. Aquí es 4.10, ¿verdad? 9, ¿verdad?
4.12.
Ok, sí, perdón, me había salido acá.
Okay,
Aquí estamos, la 4.12, ¿verdad?
that is correct.
Es, some Chinese people eat tangerines. Tangerines are round, like year.
Excellent. Only one observation, Renee. Repeat, please. Chinese.
Chinese. Some Chinese
Uh-huh.
people eat tangerines.
That's right. Y tangerines,
Tangerines,
we say
tangerines are round,
tanger, tangerines.
tangerines. Okay.
Tangerines.
Tangerines. Tangerines are around like years.
Very good. Select somebody, Renee.
Um, Miguel Flores.
All right. Miguel Flores. Number 2, please.
Okay. Some Jewish people eat apple with honey for a sweet year.
Very good. Apples with honey for a sweet year is correct. Select somebody, Miguel.
Larissa,
Okay, Larissa, please, number 3. Larissa, number 3.
Okay. Greeks eat basilopita bread with a coin inside.
Perfect. A coin inside is correct. Number 4, select somebody, Larissa.
Edwin Mendoza.
Edwin Mendoza, continue number 5.
Number 5. ¿Lo puede bajar un poco, Miss? Es que no pueden entender.
Oh, sorry,
Ay,
number 4.
number 4. In Spain, people eat 12 grapes for good luck in the new year.
Excellent. In Spain, repeat please, grapes.
Grapes.
The pronunciation is grapes.
Grapes. In
Excellent.
Spain, 12 grapes for good luck in the new year.
Very good. All right, Edwin, select somebody, please.
Uh, Acogolfo.
All right, Nicolas, number 5. Nicolas, number 5.
Okay. Number 5 is The Japanese eat rice cake for strength in the new year.
Very good. The Japanese eat rice cake for
Rice cake
strength in the new year.
in the new year.
So like somebody Nicolas for number 6.
Number 6, Carlos Carvajal.
Carlos Carvajal, number 6, please.
Okay. Number 6. Some Americans eat black eyed peas. Black eyed peas are like coins.
Very good. Repeat, please. Eyed peas.
Eyed peas.
Black eyed peas.
Black eyed peas.
All right. Let's check. Excellent. Excellent work, guys. All right, let's move on. And we're going to be moving to the next activity. For the next activity, we're looking at section 4.13. And we're starting section number 5. En teoría, vamos a empezar section number 5 el lunes. So, en este momento vamos a hacer una dinámica de práctica. Les voy a escribir un par de preguntas en el chat utilizando el how often do you. ¿Qué tan frecuente tú y la actividad? De esta manera vamos a practicar los adverbios de frecuencia.
Teacher,
Yes.
fíjese que yo tengo una pregunta que hacerle desde hace un par de días. No sé si puedo
Okay.
hacer.
Yes, of course.
Por ejemplo, en la palabra any.
Any.
Sí, en uno de los ejercicios menciona de que en es para cuando uno se refiere a objetos en plural,
Ujú.
¿verdad? Entonces, hay una oración que dice, there aren't any pictures in the kitchen.
Okay.
No hay ninguna pinturas en la cocina.
That is,
Cuando nosotros lo hablamos en español, ¿cómo se lee any? Se lee ninguna pinturas.
that is correct. El any se traduce como el ninguna, solamente que no la podemos traducir literalmente, porque si la traducimos literalmente no tiene significado, porque yo no puedo decir no hay ninguna manzana en la refri, o tiene sentido, no hay ninguna manzana en la refri.
Ajá.
So, tú dices, there isn't any, o en este caso vamos a decir manzanas, apples, vamos a decir
Sí, en plural.
there aren't any apples in the refrigerator. So in that example, we notice that we are using any as a negative connotation. No hay. So,
Ajá.
no hay leche. There isn't any milk. No hay
Ah,
fruta.
ok.
No hay fruta. There isn't any fruit. No hay pollo. There isn't any chicken.
Ah, entonces
No hay
el any,
manzanas. There aren't any tomates, tomatoes.
ajá. Entonces el any prácticamente queda como muda cuando nosotros traducimos en
That is
español.
that is correct. That is correct. It does not is not used in Spanish.
Ok. Ok.
All right. So we're going to look at some questions, guys, referring to how often do you. I'm going to put the questions in the Zoom chat. I would like for everybody to repeat. How often do you travel?
How often do you travel?
Ok, ojo con la pronunciación de often. No vamos a pronunciar la letra T. La letra T es muda. So, no vamos a decir how often. Vamos a decir how often, sin T.
How often?
One more time, one more time. Una vez más, one more time. Les voy a quitar el mute. Solo les pido que si están cerca de mucho ruido, que se alejen de allí, por favor, para que no perturbamos la clase. Repeat, please. How often do you travel?
How
How
often?
often do you
How
travel?
often do you travel?
How often do you wake up in the middle of the night?
How often do
How
you
often do
wake
you
up in
wake
the
in the
middle of the
middle
night?
of the night?
Good night.
How often do you go to the dentist?
How
How
often do
often
you
do you
go
go
to the
to the
dentist?
dentist?
Test.
How often do you go to church?
How
How
often do you go
often
to
do you
church?
go to church? Church.
How often do you eat candies?
How often do you eat candies?
Eat candies.
How often do you go to the doctor?
How
How
Often?
often do you
often
go
do
to the
you go to the
doctor?
doctor?
How often do you say I love you to your parents?
How
How
often do you
often do you
say I
say I
love you
love
to your
you
Love you
to
parents?
your parents?
parents.
How often do you take your English book to study?
How
How
often do you
often do you
take your
take
English
your
book to
English book
study?
study?
How often do you practice sports?
How
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 often do
often
you
do you
practice
practice
sports?
sport?
Sport.
How often do you brush your teeth?
How
How
often do you
often do you
brush
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 your
your
teeth?
your teeth?
Teeth,
teeth.
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 How often do you listen to music?
How often do
How
you
often
listen
do
to
you
music?
listen to music?
Music.
How often do you read?
How
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 often do you
often do you
read?
read?
Real.
How often do you go to the shopping mall?
How
How often do you
often do
go to the
you go
shopping
to the
mall?
shopping mall?
How often do you buy clothes?
How
How
often do you buy
often do you buy
clothes?
clothes?
How often do you eat fast food?
How often do
How
you eat
often do
fast
you eat
food?
fast food?
How often do you have English classes?
How
How
often do you
often do
have
you have
English
English
classes?
classes?
How often do you go out with your friends?
How often
How
do you go
often do you
out
go
with
out with
your
your friends?
friends?
How often do you go to the movies?
How
How
often do you go
often
to
do
the
you go
movies?
to the movies?
How often do you go for a walk?
How
How
often do you
often do
go
you
for a
go for
walk?
a walk?
All right. Now, all questions are asking the frequency of an activity. Let me have one volunteer, please. One volunteer. Un voluntario, por favor. No, solo uno. Solo uno. No todos levanten la mano. Ok, Larisa. Thank you, Larisa. Larisa, seleccione una pregunta y hágamela, por favor.
Okay. How often do you go to the dentist?
Aquí le voy a decir, I hardly ever go to the dentist. I hardly ever go to the dentist. Casi nunca voy al dentista. Okay, Edwin, ask Mr. Santos a question.
La misma pregunta.
No, no, different question, please.
Okay. How often do you wake up in the middle of the night?
I never wake up in the middle of the night. I never wake up in the middle of the night. All right. Edwin, select somebody.
Oh, permítame, miss. Eric Cuellar.
Eric Cuellar, ask Mr. Santos a question. Eric Cuellar.
Ahorita pichas que tenía silencio. How often do you go to church?
I sometimes go to church. I sometimes go to church. Okay, so van a responder de esta forma. Any questions? Any questions?
Oh, no question.
All right, I'm going to put everybody in pairs. In pairs. Nicolás, Carlos Carvajal, and René, you are a group. Eric Preyar and Miguel Flores, you will work in pairs. Edwin Mendoza and Larissa, you will work in pairs. Un alumno va a hacer, digamos, 10 preguntas, el otro alumno responde y después viceversa. Let's go.
I hardly ever play soccer.
Excellent.
Okay. I hardly ever. Only exceptions. Only exceptions. 10 son, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now Nicolás ask Carlos Carvajal. Carlos Carvajal respond.
Okay.
Okay.
How often do you eat?
Okay. How often do you wake up in the middle of the night?
Middle. Middle.
Middle.
Middle. La E no se pronuncia. Middle.
Middle.
That's right.
Okay.
La segunda. ¿verdad?
Sí. How often?
I never wake in the middle of the night.
Wake up. Wake up. I never wake up.
Okay. I never wake up in the middle of the night.
Miss.
How often do you read?
I sometimes read.
Ok, la pronunciación de read, acuérdense que en inglés la R es un poco suave. So, no es read, es read. Read. Ajá, es,
How often do you read?
ajá, exactly like that. Very good.
I sometimes read books. Good books.
How often do you go to the shopping mall?
I hardly ever go to the shopping mall.
How often do you buy clothes?
Uh, I sometimes buy.
I never eat fast food.
Okay.
Okay. Carlos Carvajal, how often do you practice sports?
Okay. I am practice sports every Wednesday.
No, no, no.
Every Wednesday.
We cannot say I am.
I am.
No, you cannot
No.
say I am. I
I
am
am.
practice
Practice
sports
sports
every
every Wednesday.
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 All right, now
Wednesday.
in this sentence, I want you to notice that we have the subject I, the be verb am, and the verb practice. So it's not
We
possible,
practice.
it's not
I practice.
it's not possible to have the be verb and the simple present together. I can say I practice sports every Wednesday.
Okay. I
Okay.
practice.
I practice sports.
Practice.
Very good.
Practice sports.
I practice sports every noise, outburst, or frequency. Or
It's okay. It's okay every Wednesday. Or often. I often practice sports. I usually practice sports. I always practice sports.
Okay.
I
Usually practice
sometimes,
sports.
you can say all of those. That's okay.
okay.
Okay. Otra forma de responder entonces sería usually practice sports every Wednesday. That correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Good. 4.
Okay.
5, 6.
How often do you read?
How often? I never read.
Never read.
Never read.
Porque aunque sea la prensa hay que leer.
All right. Let me have 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers. Let me have 2 volunteers. 2
Just two.
volunteers. Only 2.
Okay.
Okay, Larissa, you are a
Y René
volunteer.
Contreras. René
And
Contreras.
all right, Rene Contreras, let's go.
Okay.
So,
How often do you travel?
uy, pero aquí dice 8.
Hello, Rene.
Hello.
How often do you travel?
I hardly ever travel.
How often do you wake up in the middle of the night?
I repeat, please.
How often do you wake up in the middle of the night?
I never wake up in the middle of the night.
How often do you go to the dentist?
I I sometimes go to the dentist.
How often do you go to church?
I often I go to the church.
Ah, ok.
How,
En este sentido, pausa. En este
okay.
sentido, la respuesta sería I often go to church. I often go
I
to church. Solo que
I
ojo con la pronunciación de often. La letra T no se pronuncia. I often.
I often
I
go to
often go to
Teacher,
church. No se pronuncia
teacher,
often. Hello.
other form is possible. I usually go to church on Sunday.
Perfect. I
Yes.
usually go to church on Sunday. That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. Or you can say, I sometimes go to church on Sunday. I never go to church on Sunday. I always go to church on Sunday. I hardly ever go to church on Sunday. You can use all the frequency adverbs between the subject and the verb.
Okay.
Mhm. All right. Does anybody have any questions at this moment?
No,
No,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank
Oh,
you.
No, teacher.
okay, so we're going to stop right here and we will see you tomorrow. You have a good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
Have a
Good
Bye.
good night,
night,
teacher.
teacher.
Enjoy
I
your evening. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Good evening.